This week we are giving away one of the new and improved custom color, a laser cut Molly seatback panels. Stick around to the end of the episode to figure out how you can win this one right here. Prototype, one of one.
Shipped to your door.
I mean,
it's amazing.
There'll be more, but this one's yours.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Blue Ridge Bonfire. I'm CT.
I'm Dean. That's Sasquatch.
And it's good to have you guys along for the ride. So, first off, Dean, what do we got going?
All right, so in Brog news, obviously the newest product hot off the presses is our new laser cut Molly seatback panels. If you have not seen the product launch video that was posted last week, check it out. And those are live on the website right now. I want to say $72.99.
Now we're about to do the fastest events read we've ever done. So, Dean, start it off.
All right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of bad news. The Easter Jeep Safari in Moab, Utah has been canceled. But for the month of February, we got some cool things going on. King of the Hammers in Johnson Valley, California is going on right now this week. You can watch coverage all week long. Not really an Overland thing, but it's kind of cool. So we're going to talk.
It's an off-road
thing. Exactly. Coming up after that,
the Truck Camper Adventure Rally, February 11th to 14th in Arizona.
Yep. And then the other events, you can see them down in the show notes or on our website. But a lot of you last week were asking about the New Jersey Overland FleaMarket and Meetup, if there was a link to that. The organizer has said what you need to do is go to Facebook and join the New Jersey Overland Facebook group, and then all the information for that event is posted there.
Link down below.
Yeah, link to their page down below. But because they created it within their group and it's a private group, we can't share the link publicly because it just doesn't take you anywhere. Definitely check out our calendar. If you know of any events or updates, make sure to drop them down in the comments below and we will add them to the calendar and talk about them next week on the Bonfire.
Now, as you guys know, our boy Sasquatch is trying to visit all 50 states in 2021. So some new trips that he's gone on with you guys, he made it to Florida, Arizona, Maryland, and Mexico. So thank you guys for your help. If you want to participate, helping him travel around the U.S., the patches are available on our website. Also, the t-shirts that show that he was there with you. You can get them at the link down below. Just take a picture, hashtag it, Sasquatch was here, and you could be featured on the show.
There you
so
go.
Help us, please. He wants to visit all 50 states. We've got a lot of time. You know, we still have like 11 months, but there's a lot of states, man.
And Mexico's a bonus country, so
I know.
Somebody in Canada. There's some Providences up. Providence is in Canada over there.
And now my favorite part of the show, where we get to read your comments. Last week we asked you, what is overlanding? And boy, did you send some snarky responses. I can't wait to get into it. Let's go. Lucas Santis on YouTube said, vehicle-dependent travel that can include literally any vehicle, motorized or not, as long as you're getting away from home and enjoying nature. Unfortunately, a lot of folks are overlanding as an opportunity to over-accessorize and them and their vehicles and outcast anyone that isn't running the latest and greatest.
Yeah, that's a little bit of that duality there. At Eastern Cape Overland on Instagram said, number one, off-highway touring. 2, the ratio of how much money you can spend on a truck and how much you can go over the gross vehicle mass. That is the max the car is supposed to weigh when fully loaded. I definitely see a lot of overloaded vehicles at events like Expo.
Cade Williams on YouTube said, overlanding is just hippies with four-wheel drives.
May not be wrong. At S. Clemens on Instagram said, I reckon the real deal would be loading up a wagon, hitching it to an ox, or whatever stock you have, and heading west overland to some point on the map where your homestead is to be. Real damn adventure. Today, I think it means having unused traction boards and empty Rotopax cans permanently mounted to your 4Runner. Oh, and don't forget the rooftop tent. Yeah, I remember playing Oregon Trail as a kid. I think that's the real deal.
Scenic Overland on YouTube said, overlanding to me is traveling lesser known roads or trails to visit new places. The snarky definition is outfitting a vehicle to potentially get lost while camping along the way.
If you're not getting lost, you're not having fun.
You got to be prepared for it, and then you got to go get lost.
Yeah. At Humming Along on Instagram said, overlanding is just getting out and exploring the great outdoors, but in a vehicle. It can be a day trip or it can be a weeks-long trip. It can be by yourself or with friends. You don't have to have some gnarly off-road rig either. Just a good set of tires, a slight lift, and some camping stuff. Just make sure whatever you do, leave it better than you found it.
I like it.
Thumbs up.
I've got a lot of rice on YouTube said, I have always described overlanding as expensive car camping and pictures are necessary or it didn't happen. But I think the definition of overlanding is a way to make the outdoors more accessible to everyone, especially people with accessibility issues. Wow, that's awesome. Or restrictions with the ability to get farther and more with more comfort.
Yeah, definitely. Jim Langford Photography on Instagram said, overlanding is like running away from home for big kids. It's always an adventure and it lasts as long as you want or as long as you can afford. And the best thing is, you know, you can always go home and be okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Unless you really get stuck.
Yeah.
Misplaced Overland on YouTube said, overlanding, conversation with a view. Also see the CCC acronym for car camping near critters. Nice.
Like that one. At Hill Reef on Instagram said, 1, basic self-sustaining travel, or 2, rich people pretending to be homeless so they can buy crazy $sign, expensive stuff and drive crazy $sign, expensive rigs to say they camp.
Keenan Mo on YouTube said, overlanding is camping, but with a lot of packing and unpacking. Overlanding is also the best COVID-friendly travel.
Yeah, definitely, because I don't like...
Just don't go spreading anything.
Yeah, right. Dirty Possum from Instagram, overlanding is any extended time or distance car camping trip. The sassy answer is overlanding is when you put a rooftop tent and Max Tracks on your vehicle to drive to Walmart.
Most days.
I feel attacked. I've camped in a Walmart parking lot before.
Eli Farnsworth on YouTube said, overlanding is adventure beyond the pavement, getting out on the trails and disconnect from society.
John Luce gave us a couple definitions. First one, snarky, transporting Cheez-Its from your pantry to exotic backcountry locations. Non-snarky, kinda. Vehicle-based exploration where journey is the principal goal, and some sweet campsites with bourbon. Hashtag, wish I had something
to help carry these Cheez-Its in the Jeep. Hashtag free the Cheez-Its. Dude, we hear you. You keep hitting the Cheez-Its button.
Yeah.
Way to make noise. Solo Saga on YouTube said, overlanding, to my mind, 1, it's off the pavement to the extent possible, and 2, it's self-reliant. Outside of fuel stops, supply restocks, and the occasional hygienic or restaurant indulgences. 3, it's nomadic. Sleep multiple places during the duration. And 4, other than being airborne, the vehicle or lack thereof, horses, bicycles, or even hiking, does matter, as long as it meets the first 3 criteria.
There you go. D. Morans on Instagram said, overlanding is what my father called car camping. He would load us all up in the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser and head off to some remote place, pitch a tent for the whole family in Michigan back in the mid-1960s.
Vadim Zubkov, I think we traveled with this guy on one of those trips not too long ago. He said, hundreds of miles of asphalt for the 10 miles of off-road and 2 nights of camping. That's what happens most of the time. Unless you could talk your family into driving 1,000 miles of asphalt for 50 miles of off-roading. Yeah, man.
Chris Rastic on YouTube said, basically, people with gearitis living out of their rigs, LOL. 100%. And Breck Miley on YouTube said, for me, overlanding is seeing the beauty of the earth firsthand, separating from the traditional roads to those less traveled, driving to and camping in places a normal motorhome or RV could not go, finding wonder in both the journey and the destination.
Get a little taste of the glory.
Exactly.
See what it tastes like.
Oh, and he said, and also for some, overlanding is the CrossFit of the off-road world, going out of their way to tell everybody they overland in their 2002 Toyota with every light bar, Rotopacks, Max Tracks, ARB accessory available, all while wearing the newest North Face and Patagucci gear that's out on the market. Tongue out smiley 2 times.
Patagucci.
Yeah,
I like
Patagucci,
it.
I like that one.
The Holes on YouTube said, the snarky definition, overlanding is buying more than you need just to find that when you arrive, that half of the hard goods do not even get unpacked.
That's the true definition. Like, get a checklist, and if you're not checking it off after you use it, don't bring it. Dave Weber on YouTube said, what my wife thinks, spending divorce levels of cash to modify a vehicle and buy gear in order to do the exact same thing my dad used to do when I was a kid by chucking a sleeping bag and a full cooler in the back of the station wagon.
Wow.
What I tell non-overlanders, having a trail-capable rig that contains stuff that makes your time on the trails or in camp enjoyable, and if you are real lucky, you can see and go places you never thought would be possible before.
Nice.
What it really is, desperately trying to save up money after all the bills are paid to modify a vehicle so that you don't get stuck in the mud, rocks, sand, insert other obstacle, 2 miles away from the first paved road at the end of your trip. I think that's coming from personal experience. Just thinking.
Graybeard Overland on YouTube said, to me, overlanding is being able to adventure places that most people never get to see from the car. Having a rig capable of getting you through tough trails and water crossings, and having gear to sustain you for the duration of the time you can be away. My snark says you can only be a true overlander if you have a fridge in your vehicle that rivals the cost of your home refrigerator, and you stock it up with craft microbrews, and you scottle cook as your gourmet meals.
Definitely. No scottle, no overlanding.
And our winner from last week, chosen at random by our squirrely attorney just back from his journey to the early birdie scurry for scurvy, is... What? Hold on just a second. Squeak, squeakin', acorn, acorn, squeakity. Is Jim Langford Photography. Congratulations, Jim. You win the Airby soft shackle from last week.
All right, so this week we are giving away the laser cut custom color Molly CPAC panel. And the question we want to know is, sorry, I'm covering my microphone. The question we want to know is, what content do you want to see from us here on our YouTube channel? Again, specifically, we are asking, we want your best comments. Give thumbs up to other ideas that you like. In the navigation series and the communication series last year came out of user-submitted ideas. So definitely, we do listen to you. We might ignore you.
Once a year, we ask you guys. Yep.
But definitely get your comments down below. If you have ideas or questions, topics, those sorts of things, you can win a chance to take this CPAC panel and put it in your vehicle. That's all I got.
Oh, that's all the fun I have. Well, this week is going to be the how a bag gets made video.
We've been pushing this off like the entire month of January.
I think we've announced that this was coming next week.
We promise.
Like 4 times.
It's real.
I don't even want to
even
say anything that's coming up because we keep changing it.
It's already uploaded. I promise you, it's there. It's sitting in YouTube. It's waiting. It will get shared on Thursday.
I'm CT.
Yeah, I'm Dean.
This is Sasquatch. We'll see you next week.
Same brog time.
Same brog channel.